What, am I live? Oh my Gideon! I think I'm a minute late. I am. No, 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes even. Oh, blimey. What am I like? Oh dear. Never mind. Well, you see, Donald Trump, he could get exposed. Again, no golden showers necessary, or might be. It all depends on Ghislaine and Maxwell, that it is. Well, tell you what, am I live? Oh my Gideon! Apparently I am. I hear myself. I am. No, 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes even. Oh, blimey. What am I like? Sound check. Well, anyway. Well, I suppose I've better press go live on the other stream. Oh, hello. Hello and welcome to AllShorts in the short feed. Oh, that we are. Well, today I want to talk about Donnie Trump and oh, crikey, Ghislaine Maxwell. Oh dear, blimey, oh crikey, and Brexit. Oh my goodness, what again? Yeah, again. And there's my flippin' dog. He's already at the door, barking. Oh, what? Come in, he says. He just went out. He can wait. Oh, crikey. Oh, they're like a crying baby. They are. They really are. I think the missus is coming. I think she's gonna let me in. I don't know if you can hear that, but my dog's yelping at the door. Well, let's just bring that back down here. There we go. All right, I'm just fiddling a little bit there. Yeah, a little bit of fiddling. Okay, there we go. Oh, sound like conservative. Right. Okay. Donnie Trump. Oh, crikey. He just won, did he? Yeah. And the Republicans. With the Republicans, yeah, he just won again in, well, South Carolina. Ain't really that surprising, really, is it? Not really, no. The sunny is somewhat backward. Sorry, I just say as I say it. State of South Carolina. Oh my Gideon. Well, it's taken a giant leap backward. Well, okay. They've been doing it for some time. Let's be fair. Giant leap backward into the dark ages with alleged proposal. Now, could it only be conceived in the minds of those who think the Handmaid's Tale is an instructional manual? Have you watched that? Well, yeah. It's an instructional manual rather than a dystopian nightmare. The so-called South Carolina Prenatal Qualities Equal Protections Act, I'll get right in my head in a minute, is charging headlong into the fray. It really is. And this thing is just shocking. It really is. And there's all guns blazing, but, you know, they like the guns, don't you know? And the opposition is subtle as a flippin' sledgehammer to the kneecaps. Might as well been on the Bridge of River Kwai. Well, they're going to make abortion a homicide. That's what they're working on at the moment. That just blows my mind. It really just. In what mindset have you got to be in to have that train of thought? It's just, it rattles my cage. It does. So under the proposed new law, anyone who terminates a pregnancy could potentially face the same legal consequences as somebody who commits murder, picks up a gun and shoots somebody, or a knife or whatever and kills somebody. But what about the poor devil who, for instance, I don't know, maybe they're raped or what have you, you know, it's just shocking. These people. No wonder, is it, they vote for characters like Donald Trump. So you're talking about a death penalty here, or at least a cosy 30-year stint in prison. And one poor woman, she was under the, how to put it, ended up in court and she had to flee to another state to have an abortion, otherwise she could have died herself. Well, so much for pro-life. It's more like taking lives, if you ask me. Anyway, this legislative brainchild of state Republican Rob Harris, he's a registered nurse-trained lawmaker, wants to redefine the term person to include an unborn child from the moment of fertilization. What if you miscarry? Is that manslaughter? Anyway, because you know nothing about screams, I understand complex medical ethical issues like creating to a fertilised egg to a full-grown human being, apparently. And now the bill, in its boundless mercy, graciously offers exceptions. If a mother was under the threat of an imminent death, serious injury, that's under this new bill, not after the oh crikey, I forgot what it's called now. When it comes to the end of its term, imminent death or serious injury, and then she might, maybe, be spared the state's wrath. Similarly, a licensed physician performs an abortion to save the pregnant woman's life, but accidentally harms the fetus. I just find this shocking. This is just anyway. They might just dodge the death penalty bullet if they're lucky. Anyway, if the latter was the case, they're very considerate. But let's not forget that there's no exceptions for rape or incest. Now, apparently, trauma has a hierarchy, and South Carolina's GOP has appointed itself arbiter of all that. Introduced with a fanfare of moral righteousness by more than a dozen Republican lawmakers, this bill has yet to dance its macabre dance in the House Judiciary Committee. Meanwhile, the GOP enjoys its majority in both the House and the Senate, standing ready to turn back the clock on women's rights with a zeal that would, make the Puritans blush. Talk about Puritans. Oh, here's one for you.
President Trump is joining some of the most incredible people in history being arrested today. Nelson Mandela was arrested, served time in prison. Jesus was arrested and murdered by the Roman government. There have been many people throughout history that have been arrested and persecuted by radical, corrupt governments. And it's beginning today in New York City. And I just can't believe it's happening, but I'll always support him. He's done nothing wrong.
Talking to myself.
Recent polls have shown a fifth of Americans can't.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, like such as South Africa and Iraq, everywhere like such as, and I believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S., or should help South Africa, and should help the Iraq and the Asian countries, so we will be able to build up our future for our.
Thank you very much, South Carolina.
Are you like a crazy person?
Oh, there you go. Sound back on. Oh, crikey, I'm going to keep doing this. Do you know why? Do you know what I keep doing? For the short feed, so they can hear my speakers, I have to turn the microphone off, otherwise you're going to have an echo on that one, but not on that one. So hopefully, I got to remember. I've got to get it clear in my head. How's that? Is that better? Stop talking. Do yourself, boy, says a Regan elite. Hey, and by the way, Brian McGraw, I heard you. I heard what you said about me. Yeah. I'm feeling sorry for my poor dear missus. Oh, Christ, she's a saint, that one. That woman's a saint, you said. Well, hopefully the sound is better in the short feed now. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I have to press the button on and off. Otherwise, it'll be a mess. It already is. So, right, that's thrown me. So, it's very true that the abortion rights supporters, South Carolina State House in Columbia, and that was on the 2nd of May. This was last year, this was. But it's no wonder, is it, that people vote for people like this. Before I get demonetised, I just realised that's music. Oh, but I'm going to have to show. This is something that's they've been busy. They have in South Carolina interviewed some people in South Carolina in regarding Donald Trump and and Biden, and oh my Gideon! So I hope the sound is better now. Now it's on. So many people are so dangerously delusional. I'll tell you, these people in Donald Trump is extremely dangerous. Hello, I tell you what, let's just check who's here. Okay, before we get into that. Right, I heard people taking the mick out of me. Let's put the timestamps on and make it live so I know what is going on. I did put timestamps on and they disappeared again. Timestamps. Okay, I've got timestamps, that's better. So, hello, Andrew Evans, and Alison McCann, Brian McGuire, you sod. I've got your message, by the way. I will reply to it. Number 3, Beach sound. I know. No, I've got a button I've got to press. I've got to remember to do that. I'll get the hang of it, you know. Casper Northerner is here. 2 chats, 1 stream. I'm saying double. But you are. Hello, Philip Shortall. Shortall. And Phone Box Chicken in the short feed. Enzo the dog in the short feed. And Steve McGowan. Hello there. Hope you're well. We got Box Chicken and NH. Hi Marcus. Hope you and yours are keeping well. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, was live streaming. Their missus was making bird boxes this afternoon live, which was a bit entertaining. And I think that's what Brian's referring to, that she needs a medal. And you're probably right. Do you know what? I'm looking at the colours now on the mainstream, that one there, and on the phone, flipping better on the flipping phone. Stupid, isn't it? Right, all this kit in, it's better on the flipping phone. Right, okay. So that's that. Back onto there, back there. Alright. We're all the way down. What else have we got here? Who have I missed out? 91 leads. 91 leads. And just saying, Doc Davies. Every sperm is sacred. I'll tell you what. Certainly is when you get old. Like me. You got... Hello, Sebastian. And Joe left your boat at Heidi High. No chat yet on the short stream. Oh, it's there now. I clicked in a little bit later. A couple minutes later than the mainstream. What is Donald Trump's favourite type of coat? Clothing. Russian ties. Very good. Hello, Matt. Nick Young. Obviously, Mad Bunker. Hello, Spanners. Okay, man, we come. Right, let's get back into that then. Dong. You just got to listen to this. Now, I'm going to turn my microphone off again. This one on that one. So you can hear it, but also you don't get the echo. If you know what I mean. Right, here we go.
We decided to conduct a little social experiment. We sent a camera crew to South Carolina ahead of the primary there tomorrow. We asked people who identified themselves as supporters of Donald Trump for their take on some of Joe Biden's more controversial actions and quotes. But what we didn't tell them at first is that what we said wasn't from Joe Biden. It was actually from Donald Trump.
Do you mind if I ask you who you voted for in the last election?
Trump.
Trump? I'm going to guess you voted for Trump.
It says Donald Trump.
Do you mind if I just ask you a few questions about things that Biden has done in his administration, and you can kind of give me your opinion on that? What did you think when Joe Biden suggested that COVID could be cured by shining a bright light inside the body?
It is very sad that Joe Biden is clearly a dementia patient.
Supposedly hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light.
What do you think about Joe Biden saying that getting through the 80s without getting HIV was his own personal Vietnam?
Again, it's very sad, his mental capacity, and that is a very uneducated statement.
Oh, okay, I'm so sorry. These are not,
That's
I got my
number
notes mixed up.
Number 3.
Can I ask you this question? Can we start over and me ask you what, okay. What did you think when Donald Trump suggested that COVID could be cured by shining a bright light into the body?
It depends what that technology is.
Okay.
That's a broad spectrum because, you have MRI machines and CT machines and infrared and different things. So it just depends the context of that.
What did you think of Donald Trump saying that getting through the 80s without getting HIV was his own personal Vietnam? Dementia patient?
No, I don't believe that.
There are accusations that Joe Biden cheated on his wife with a porn star after his son was born. And there's actually a paper trail showing he paid the sex worker $130,000 to keep quiet about it.
Well, who did that? Joe
Biden.
And he was making, I think, less than $100,000 a year at that time as a congressman, a senator. Now, how does he do that?
You tell me. Would you
You're a
vote for
reporter.
someone that...
Of course not.
Okay. So Trump did do that.
Trump had a fling with Stormy Daniels.
And paid her $130,000.
Hush money, yes.
And you're voting for him.
I am. My father had affairs too, and I still respect him.
How do you feel about Joe Biden using his bone spurs to dodge the Vietnam draft?
Joe Biden has a problem. He isn't an American. He isn't a patriot.
I'm sorry. I asked you, I said Biden and I meant Trump. So those were things that...
Oh, Trump?
Trump, yes. Can I ask you the question again with
Yes,
the right
you may.
name? I'm so sorry. How do you feel about Donald Trump using his bone spurs to dodge the Vietnam draft?
My brother-in-law had flat feet. So I'm sure you cannot go into a military zone, a Vietnam zone, or any of the other zones with bad feet.
Sure.
You just can't do the job.
I agree.
And it actually impacts the other soldiers, puts them in danger.
Yeah.
So no.
Thank you, everyone. The first ever flat-footed flip-flop. Jesus, we're everybody. We decided to conduct a little...
What can you say to that, eh? Number 3, you're 100% right. They're completely and utterly delusional. They are a strange bunch, that they are. Over that. Okie dokie. Oh my God. What do you say to that? That's a good point. What? Let's make that a bit bigger. I don't know what to say. Backtracking. Gingers, you live in the... Yeah, it is rather sad. I'm so embarrassed. I was wondering if you better ask you that question. In the horizontal feed, Ginger's Drafts just said, means that she lives in the United States, this is a sad commentary. I'm so embarrassed. Don't worry, you didn't say it, Ginger's. I know you, yeah, I can understand that. But there you go, we've got our fair share. We've got the likes of Lee Anderson. Yeah, so crikey. And Alexander Boris the Feffel Johnson. Okay, well, all right, well, Boris Johnson did actually say this, to be fair.
I think Donald Trump is clearly out of his mind.
Well, hello, Joe Maros. Hope you're well. She's the crazy woman. Oh, crikey, they come out in force, don't they? Hello, Regan. Did you know, Regan, that you can actually stream in your live, in your short feed? No, I don't know if you knew that or not. But quite good. Means that you actually upload a lot of short videos that might be quite beneficial to you. You might draw more people in. Just an idea. I missed something. I was making coffee. Don't worry, number 3. They were all crazies. They were just unbelievably crazy. Oh, blimey. Brian Maguire, I had a good laugh when I saw that yesterday. I have a confession. Jimmy Kimmel is on my YouTube subscription list. That is flipping funny. Oh. Hello, Joel. He's greeted everybody, by the way. And I was on the wrong feed. The other one looks and sounds like streaming from a flip phone. Well, it's vertical. It probably don't sound like a flip phone now, because I've actually plugged the microphone in now. I forgot to plug my microphone in. I had it all set out, but I hadn't plugged it into the phone at that stage. At this bit, you see, I was unplugged like an idiot. So it should sound a bit better now. You think about doing that when you reach 1,000 subs. Well, that's a plan, I suppose. It's quite tricky, though, because at the moment I'm still streaming in both. So it's like I'm having to be aware of what's going on. And also, I've got to be aware that what you see in the short feed here is not going to be the same as the horizontal feed, the feed of the other feed. So, right. Oh, dearie me. What can you say? Now, there's been quite a few people doing the rounds at CPAC, such as this cretin here. Oh, crikey. Not Nigel Farage. Oh, yes, it is Nigel Farage. And he had something to say, yeah. But then again, it didn't ring true. I think he might be lying.
No, not just me. We've now got 2 former Conservative Prime Ministers, including Liz Truss, who was here, Boris Johnson as well, saying they want Trump to win the election. You know, corrupt regimes, undemocratic countries, they either try to bankrupt or imprison their political opponents. And in the case of the Biden regime, they are trying to do both to Donald Trump. We have seen the most disgraceful and disgusting scenes in London. Thousands of people in Parliament Square waving Palestinian flags. And what we all have to understand is the fundamental underpinning of everything that we call Western civilization is our Judeo-Christian culture. That is at the heart of who we are, of what we are. And this week in London, we've seen the consequences of forgetting that. On issue after issue, I used to be, what we say in English slang, I used to be Billy No Mates.
You still are, quite frankly. Well, I have to admit, that sounded like it was either underwater or in 1940s wireless. Well, he said that Liz Truss is supporting Donald Trump, he said. But she wouldn't come clean on that one. No. When she was pretty much asked that question, she... A bit like that cheese sniffer this morning, Oliver Dowden, in reference to Lee Anderson, 30p Lee, when he was asked whether or not he'd come back in the party and what have you, he was dodging and diving around that question, which probably means he will be at one point. Yeah, a bit like, Suella Braverman, yeah, and Rishi Sunak, about a week later, reappointing her after she got fired. So, yeah.
Liz Truss, you want a Republican back in the White House. Are you endorsing Donald Trump? I want a Republican back in the White House. Is that Donald Trump, though? But the woman the Americans love to compare to Margaret Thatcher wasn't for answering. Liz Truss, you're at a MAGA conference. Do you not endorse Donald Trump? Any answer, Liz Truss? Who do you endorse? Who are you endorsing, Liz Truss? There must be an answer in there somewhere. You're here at a MAGA conference. Who do you endorse? Is this the brand of conservatism you want to bring to the UK?
did it again. I stopped. I did it. Oh, blimey. That's so annoying. Anyway, Liz Truss didn't come clean. No. And Nigel Farage seems to think that Liz Truss said that, well, was going to endorse Trump. Trumpy baby. Crikey. The thing is, these lot, right, they're not happy until they take your pensions. And flipping Liz Truss, look what she did to the pensions. You know, of course, quarantine. And there was a 20-odd billion in bonds that had to be spent to save the economy because of her and flipping Kwasi Kwarteng. But those lot won't be happy until, well, we don't get pensions properly. Yeah, that won't be that long. I don't think that's that far away. They're already talking about increasing the pension age for men to 71. We'll all be held together with sticky tape and won't be able to flip and, well, do anything. Crikey, that's if we get an appointment in the NHS. We'll be self-medicating. We're already pulling our own teeth. Well, I'm not, 'cause I'm in France. There's plenty of dentists. Sorry, but there is. But you see, the thing is, I think it could backfire, increasing the pension age. I think we'll end up with a situation where there'll be so many people on disability signing up before retirement age, and they'll still be entitled to disability after retirement age. I don't know if you're aware of that, but you can't apply for disability when you. So I think I'm pretty certain that's true. You can't apply for disability when you are retired because the assumption is you PIP's payment and all that because you're old and you're wrinkly and you're probably going to have crooked bones anyway, old bones. So if you apply for it beforehand, you get to keep your PIP's payment and your disability and what have you into your old age. So it could end up backfiring and become more expensive. Maybe someone can confirm that for me. Oh, my son's disabled, you see, so I've got a little bit about it, but I might have that one. I don't think I have, though. I think that is right. Back into the chat. Oh, come back, chat. There we go. Back into the chat. Right. Where are we? Timestamp 10:01. Checking the timestamps because I keep. I don't go too far up. Will that do? There we go. Sound gone. Yeah, I know. Stop talking to yourself. No sound. I've got to remember. Got to get it in my head. It's a bit like, on the old walkie-talkies where you've got to press the L speak button. That's what it's like. So, Mark's playing with the mic again. Yeah, I know. Ginger's always welcome. Now, Ginger's Giraffe on this channel. Subscribing to the channel. She's been over here and visited us. She knows I'm a real person, or not AI. Okay. No. You need a sticky note on your computer that said, check mic. The thing is, you get to ignore it, wouldn't you? It needs to pop up every time. I've got the audio. The problem is I'm looking at the camera. I'm not necessarily looking at that or that, and I should really do both. I need to make the eyes go in two different directions. Can anyone watch, any of you watching stereo, mind Marcus when he doesn't press the button? Yeah. Sorry. A bright light that stays on while the mic is on. I've got a little light there, but it's not my line of sight. That's a good point, actually. I wonder if there's a way of doing that. I might have to take this apart and put a little socket on it. So I can have a little light. Yeah. Above the camera, then I'd know if the mic was live. A client send us your money and we will send it back minus our commission. Pretty much. Don't get tased, there we come. I went on to a different stream by mistake. Yeah, there's 80 people on there. Hello, 80 people on the Shorts feed live stream. I hope everybody is doing well and having a lovely weekend. What's left of it? Brian Maguire, AllShorts, you're not artificial. That'll be Dora. Just see the light and do not go to it. The light. Oh, the light! Don't go to the light. Oh dear. Oh, dearie me. Oh, crikey. One day I will learn, you know. One day. Nope. No. Oh, God's sake. Donald Trump. I think he's got issues. He's got serious issues. Though he was at the CPAC doing his thing. After he did that little dance, you know, a bit of a rock and all that, you know, he was at the CPAC giving his speech, telling them the world how bad they've got it in the United States. Well, it's all down to Sleepy Joe, you know, it's his fault, apparently.
And they do come from prisons and mental institutions. And
Oh,
they
did
are
you, mate?
terrorists. And we're going to be paying a price, and it'll be the largest deportation in the history of our country. And we have no choice. And it's not a nice thing to say, and I hate to say it. And those clowns in the media will say, oh, he's so mean. He said, no, they're killing our people. They're killing our country. They're killing our people. We have no choice. And they do come from prisons and mental institutions, and they are terrorists. And we're going to be paying a price, and it'll be the largest deportation in the history of our country. And we have no choice. And it's not a nice thing.
Oh, quite, I'm repeating it now. Man is awful. He's absolutely, he's dangerous. He's seriously dangerous. He really is. But don't worry. Ghislaine Maxwell has said recently from her prison, she's doing like her memoirs. Yeah, her memoirs she is. So, let's bring the microphone up a bit. There you go. And she has said that I'm going to tell the world what I know about Donald Trump. She said, yeah. Well, Ghislaine Maxwell is planning to reveal everything she knows about Trump. Oh, let's hope. Let's hope it's going to be golden showers and videos supplied by Vladimir Putin. Maybe. Well, so is that Trump sex tape real? Ghislaine Maxwell is planning to reveal all before the election, the American election. So Ghislaine Maxwell, who is serving 20 years at FCI Tallahassee, has been working on a tell-all memoir behind the bars to combat the misinformation about her ties to Jeffrey Epstein. Well, Ghislaine Maxwell is planning to reveal if that Donald Trump sex tape is real or it's not. I can imagine in the sex room there'd be a mirror, like a one-way glass thingy with jiggy, with cameras and stuff. I've seen that movie too, yeah. Well, Jeffrey Epstein kept blackmail videos that showed Donald Trump having sex with many girls. Obviously, it isn't verified, just so you know. Many girls supplied by him. According to the latest bombshell claims in the newly unsealed court documents. This is February 24th, by the way, so this was yesterday. In the latest, in the public last month, are emails sent by Epstein victim Sarah Ransom to columnist Maureen Callahan in 2016 at the time, and Callahan worked for the New York Post and was reporting on Epstein. Oh God, I just hope this is all real. I really hope this is true. Donald Trump has to end up paying, oh God knows how many more millions. Isn't that 400 million so far? He's going to appeal and it's going to take a long time, but you know. Also, Sarah Ransom claimed in those emails that Trump had sex with many girls, including a friend of hers, who is not named, who she but says also slept with Bill Clinton. Oh, was it on the pool table? Well, and a Virgin billionaire, Richard Branson. What, Richard Branson? I've met Richard Branson, actually. And Trump's campaign is set to end as he is the only one out of the people named running for president. Now, this could be quite interesting, to say the least. I have to admit, it would give me a warm fuzzy feeling on the side. It really would. So it's claimed that Epstein filmed each of his sexual encounters, and that the women involved also obtained copies of the tapes. Now, in a 2016 email, that's Brexit referendum, Epstein victim Sarah Ransom told Maureen Callahan that her friend had sex with Trump. And Clinton and Richard Branson, she claimed that Epstein took videos of the encounters that she had seen in the footage. Now, it makes me wonder whether Epstein was murdered because he knows too much, or whether or not he's just guilt. Or was he scared? I don't know. Ransom claimed that Trump did this during what's its, you know what I mean. Don't forget to boot the old like button to help the channel, you know. I need all the help I can get, I'll tell you, I'm always one. So Ghislaine Maxwell is planning to reveal everything she knows about Trump in a tell-all memoir behind bars. Maxwell was convicted of sex trafficking minors and multiple counts of conspiracy after 2021 federal trial heard that she lured girls as young as 14 into Epstein's clutches. Didn't Epstein, wasn't there another trial that come with Epstein in that 2019, was it? Not Epstein. When did Epstein kill himself? Or apparently, allegedly. Multiple testimonies from victims and former Epstein aides insisted that Maxwell was the boss of his underage sex ring. Oh, she was the boss. Wow, I know what it's like in my household. The federal inmates are prohibited from cutting publishing deals, but there's nothing to prevent Maxwell from writing a private manuscript, an activity protected by the First Amendment, and mailing it to a lawyer or loved one for distribution. So it doesn't look like she... Could you self-publish? Something like that. Could you put it behind a paywall? But then it'll go everywhere anyway. As soon as somebody get hold of it, they'll make it public. Ghislaine Maxwell has already finished writing the book. That would be rather funny, I have to admit. Okay, it's in the Daily Mail. So read more here. But it's the Daily Mail, so I'm not even going to click on that. But wouldn't it be something? Oh, it really would be something. And it would certainly give me a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. It would. The idea that Ghislaine Maxwell had the book and there's videotapes. You can make a fortune on them. I tell you, crikey. Go on one of those naughty sites. I don't know any. Anyway, so. Oh, blimey. Great. Oh, got 50 people here. Hello, 50 people. So back on that. Let's go back into the chat. Back into the live chat. Hey, they called. Hope you're well. Oh, just like deja vu's. People I saw earlier. Vicky Clay, hello there. Virgin billionaire. Sounds like it means something else. Oh, there's timestamps. Microphone's on. Good. Okay, back up we go. P Dallas, hello. Welcome over here as well. Hello there. Philip Shaw, alright, Malcolm. Don't worry. I'll keep it sweet. Okay. Up we come. There we go. Jasper, hello Jasper, well. And Spixie Cat, your main microphone doesn't work. It does now. I keep getting to switch it back on. Because I'm an idiot. Okay, I am an idiot. Alright, there you go. I said it. That's back on now. And I hope this one is working okay in the live short feed. I could hear you. Oh. Doesn't that split the chat, or is it merged? I think they're two separate chats. Split the chat, or are they merged? I don't know. When I find out, go to the bottom. Go to the bottom here. No, they're two separate chats. One's in the short feed, and one is in the main feed. And also, they end up going on as two separates as well. So that confuses matters. In some ways, the vertical is better if you're on the mobile phone, because obviously it's a better format on the mobile phone, I think. Especially if you're hand holding it. I thought it might come up in the live chat rather than the top chat. Okay, what's this one in? Doesn't say. I can't work it out. I do that. Hang on, what's that on? Nope. Right. 30p Lee, the computer says no.
Computer says no.
Oh, okay. Oh, blimey. I don't see it in the live chat either. Okay. What don't you see in the live chat? Just have a look. Can we have a poll on the new stream? Arrangements, please. The point is, I got to think about two. It's not about one or the other. The thing about the shorts feed, I'll draw more people in because they get fed the content, just like when you do your lives. Number 3. So I'm not doing that poll because I know what you meant. I know what you're on about. I'm going to carry on with that for the moment and do my best with it. Comments not open. What do you mean not open? What do you mean they're not open? I don't understand. I found both amusing and worrying. Yes. Brian Maguire, what do you mean the comments not open? I can see the comments on the bottom here. There's no... Oh, hang on, what's that? Live chat. Ah, that's now in the live chat. Can I make that? No. Yeah. Yeah, main and short. It's basically two separate streams, and they've been streamed via 2 separate devices. So it just complicates matters. So it is more tricky. That is more tricky, but there you go. So is Tricky Dicky, and so is Donald Trump. He's rather tricky. Oh, there. I'll put them both into live chat now. So, I thought it might come up in the live chat rather than the top chat. Yeah, they're both in live chat now. You can do it on the bottom here. Any of you see a link in the chat from me? Okay, Brian. I don't know if you can put links in, can you? No, I can't. Oh, hang on, what's that? Hang on. I see one from P. Dallas, but they're going to moderate. Not at the moment, no. Texting you from the great state of Illinois. I hope Trump goes to jail. Me too. Yeah. Convicted rapist, yep. And I hope Stormy Daniels becomes president instead of Trump the dump. Now that would be a thing, wouldn't it? There we go. Billy Kershaw. Try all messages. I'm in live. I'll put it into live chat now. Top chat, all messages. Okay. My solidarity to the Spaniards. I just got to feed the dogs. She's whining at me. Okay, door. You make an effort, girl. Crikey. Right. Bottom here. Tried posting a Guardian article in both chats, and then when I tried to post in the main chat, comments not available. I don't know if you're in the chat if you're actually allowed to post links. I don't think that's possible. I don't think there's anything I can do about that. That's a YouTube thing. The only thing I could suggest, Brian, is if you send it via the website. I'll get a window open on there so I can see it. If you send it via the website, you could do that. Right. Oh. Casper Northerner, cheers, buddy. And my little alarm thing still isn't working. Crikey, I was playing with it earlier. I was working earlier. Tells me when I get a super chat. So the amusement of the Europeans speak and respond to Netherlands, Germany, Italians, Spanish, on the channels, YouTube's. Oh, yeah. The farmers are kicking off again, aren't they? The farmers show in Paris, and I believe that it got railroaded by a load of angry farmers. Stop the greed out of that mods blooming vespers with 100 what? Mods blooming vespers with 100 mirrors. Oh, they were the days. Right, anyway, where were we? Oh, crikey. These people. Mm-hmm. And they as bad as Oliver Dowden.
We have every country. We have countries that honestly nobody has ever heard of. We have languages coming into our country. We don't have one instructor in our entire nation that can speak that language. We have every country.
What is he on about? All right, there we go. So, there you go. So, old Trump beat Haley. Defeats Haley in the South Carolina 2024 primary results. South Carolina's Republican voters went to the polls on Saturday to choose a candidate for president, and with two significant choices left, the state's former governor Nikki Haley and former President Donald Trump. That's all they had to choose from. Well, a lot, is it really? Crikey. What would she keep saying? Oh, chaos follows Trump or something. Haley lost the New Hampshire primary. Isn't it her own state? Haley lost the New Hampshire primary last month by about 11 points, and polling suggested that Trump would defeat his former ambassador to the United Nations by 2-1 in her home state. Yeah, and the result was resounding in Trump's favour. I can't flabbergast me. Actually, no, it doesn't. After watching that clip a minute ago, with the interviewing those people down in South Carolina, it's not surprising, really, is it? No. And here are the results. So Nikki Haley got 39.5% of the vote, and Trump got 59.8% of the vote. And Ryan Binkley, whoever he is, he only had 527 votes, 0.1%. Okay, it's only one state, but still, it's definitely a concern, wouldn't you say? But maybe he could end up in jail before he even gets to have his how to put it, his sex tapes for to see. Pay-per-view, maybe. Well, Epstein's documents, Prince Andrew's puppet, and Clinton's preferences and underage orgy allegations. And U.S. Judge Loretta Preska ruled in December. This is back in 2015, part of the 2015 defamation case by Virginia Griff. How do you pronounce that? Griff? Graff? Anyway, Virginia against Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell, and it should be made public anyway. That is now, isn't it? But has anyone heard anything about Prince Andrew of late? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? So Prince Andrew, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, and Stephen Hawking. So Stephen Hawking, oh dear, are among those. What's he going to do? Anyway, among those named in court documents relating to Ghislaine Maxwell and relationship with Jeffrey Epstein and alleged victims of sexual abuse. The newly unsealed court documents name dozens of Epstein's associates, although many of them are not accused of any wrongdoing yet. It comes after US Judge Loretta Preska ruled in December that the documents that were part of the 2015 defamation case with Virginia Griff, how do you pronounce? Anyway, against Ghislaine Maxwell should be made public. Judge Preska ordered some individuals should be named because they had already given interviews to the media, so it's pretty much already public knowledge. Now, these first documents are around 250, which are expected to eventually be unsealed, largely mention figures whose names were already known, including high-profile friends of Epstein's and victims who have spoken publicly. Well, I think I need to share this then. Okay. This is a bit of a wrap for you, okay? Let's wrap Trump up with a rap.
Monday, rally. Tuesday, court. Wednesday, rally. Thursday, back to court. Friday, tea time. Saturday, chillin'. Sunday, cough up 80 million. Monday, fundraise, badmouth Nikki. Check the mirror, look just like Gritty. Polling survey, Joe's ahead. Court, tea time, tanning bed. Approval rating, need a lift. Yell, I'm more famous than T Swift. Court case trial, be deposed. Where's Melania? No one knows. Court with Stormy, can't forget. 30 seconds of regret. Fire lawyer, quick tea time, sending Putin Valentines. Golf court, chicken bone. Call from Rudy, throw your phone. Golf court, not going great. George Santos might be cellmate. Losing cases, time is short. Thank God I stacked the Supreme Court.
Oh, blimey, that's class. Well, what can you say to that, eh? Oh, dear. Oh, well, never mind. As you say, poor old Donald Trump. They get him in jail and be him on Santas. Is the microphone on? Oh, yeah, the microphone's on. That's good. Phew, I remembered. Well, back into the chat. Okay, make it a bit bigger, I think. I'll make it a little bit bigger. Oh, not that bigger. There you go. Obviously, it chops it off. There you go. Oh, crikey, I can't make it any bigger. Oh, well. Oh. I've had enough bad ideas in my head tonight. Can I go and listen to Roy Harper, please? Roy Harper? Oh, dear. He is convicted in New York case and the defamation case, as far as I know, were both combined cost to him of over 500 million. Wasn't that 80-odd million to Virginia? And he's banned from running any... Is it just real estate business? He's banned from real estate in New York for 2 years. Pretty much because he was lying and, saying his net worth was greater than what it actually is. Trump is just living his best life. Hello, Torchman, I hope you well. Yeah, just a bit. Sound? What's wrong with the sound? I can see the sound. You're just saying that. That you are. Yeah, I've got sound there as well. Yeah, I have. So, apologise, but Mr. Fallon is also on my YouTube subscription list. As well as The Daily Show, Myers, and Stephen Colbert. Yeah, he's on my list as well. Okay, Trump is living his best life. Up we go. Oh, Virginia. Hello, gingers. Free because there are no rules preventing them, pretty much. E. Jean Carroll, yeah, E. Jean Carroll, SA charge, defamation, and also a New York State fraud trial, and pretty much telling people he's worth more than what he is. Is Trump guilty of anything yet, or just accused so far? I don't get how he can be running for office again. Well, he's pretty much well, no, he's just been fined, so he's guilty. Okay, how many was it, about 90 odd? 90 of them? Is it 90 indictments? What about the freedom of speech crackdown in France then? What freedom of speech crackdown? It's new to me. I'm still speaking. Look away, Mad Monk, look away. But turnout was low and lots of Republicans don't vote. Probably not. But also, many do. Don't forget, he's been the president of the United States before. It could happen again. You know? Some people are deluded. They think they got really bad under Biden. I don't understand why when the GDP has increased considerably. Manufacturing in the United States has increased considerably, and also the 401k has increased considerably. Although there is a threat of a rapid recession in the United States, apparently. But who knows, you know. Trump will never go to prison. At worst, house arrest or probation. He also has the Supreme Court on his side. Ghislaine, is it? Okay. Pronounced Ghislaine. Or Joylane? Oh, I don't know. Donny only got 60%, and that's still a lot who don't want him. A lot of the Republicans don't. There's They've got Republicans against Donald Trump. They've even got the organisations. They were a laughing stock around. He was a laughing stock, weren't he? Let's be honest. Donald Trump was a laughing stock. No one respected him. He just shouted and did nothing. Boris Johnson is not having a secret affair with Stormy Daniels, so nobody is to spread this untrue rumour. Let's spread it. Hashtag Boris Johnson affair with Stormy Daniels. Crikey, who was the other one? He's one with the pole dancer. I've got a name now. Oh, crikey, these people are crazy. Donkey Dave was in the BBC. Oh, my God. Yeah, Handy Andrew strikes again. Has anyone seen The King? There's a rather tasteless thing going around on Twitter at the moment, insinuating that he's a goner. But, that he's, it was rather tasteless, so I didn't get involved in it. Get your backside back on the Donkey Dave. Donkey Dave. Our rules for chat is to be nice to each other. Of course, we love each other. Love you all. Go Brexit. Let's get the UK to split up. But yeah, because you want Scottish independence. And isn't that the same thing? But a lot of Nikki supporters say they will not vote for Donny. Well, this is just the Republicans, isn't it? It's the GOP. They were crazies. They got to be, haven't they? Go, Donald. Scottish, what? His mother's Scottish. Yeah. Someone put it so nicely. Enjoy your kids while they are small and on your side. I've got 6 kids, right? 6 kids. 6 children. And they're all very different. And although most of them are sort of politically similar. So which isn't too bad, to be honest. But still, we have our disagreements about certain things. Alright, there we go. Not my king, says Alistair Armcare. Not my king, sausage fingers. Oh dear. If Trump does, he's mad. If Trump does get house arrest, but comes the president, but that means he will be running things from the shite house. The shit house, the shite house. Probably. He'd have to get himself a new photocopy. I don't know if it's there anymore, to put downstairs with all those documents so he can photocopy and send to Vladimir Putin. Maybe. It's just unbelievable. Yes, blame the French. It's the French. It's always the French. Joy Lane is a weird name for a woman. Joy Lane. That's a very weird name for her, and also a bit rude. Please remember to all hit the like and subscribe button, please, because it helps the channel, and I need all the help I can get. Yeah, Donny is guilty of he's a sex offender, of sexual assault and defamation. And apparently he told everybody, well, actually we heard the recording, well, it was a live mic moment, who likes to grab the pussy, he said. Who says things like that? Donald Trump. Billy Kershaw says, straight as a die and as clear as crystal, I come from a temple that's trod as a footstool, to hide in the brothel inside the cathedral, the man in the mirror and fool in the eye dare. Oh, blimey, that's a tongue tire. A year ban from being a company officer. Oh, 3-year ban for being a company officer. Oh, that as well. Blimey. So, like, for instance, in the UK, you'd have a limited company. You'd have at least have a secretary and a director. Can't be either. He's trying to say his businesses are headquartered, in Florida, not New York. Sounds like Elon Musk. Maybe that is the case. I look down in the chat here. Tom McGuire, hello there. Texted you from, oh crikey. Don't know already. There we come. Mellow, hardy eye. TBA, big up Liverpool Football Club. Okay, big up Liverpool Football Club. What about Norwich City then? That's their chance. Trump not got the court support. His main goon resigned for 1 million Clarence Thompson. Not crikey, what about Greeny, whatever his name is, the one with the stuff running down his face.
Night night.
No, you're off to bed, are you? Okay. See, I'm not in my bedroom, and that wasn't my mother. All right. $3 says it's because. Oh no, Perry says it's because it's on YouTube Shorts live, and you get endless people spamming for shout outs. Okay, we're getting a lot of that down there. The problem with the chat. Well, I could put the chat up in this one actually. To be fair, might make more sense. I've only got a little tiny window at the moment in the chat on the short feed, which makes it hard on the short feed, which makes it a little bit hard to. Which is that one. I've only got a little tiny window. Oh, can I hear myself already? There's a chat. There it is. Oh my god, you can't. Can I? Can't really do anything with it. That's annoying. Alright, so that's not very helpful. This tiny little window got at the bottom of the chat makes it awkward in this format. They don't put it over the whole thing. Not so familiar with short streams yet. Mark's just started that yesterday. I know. I experimented. I did. Yeah, I'm gonna probably do the woodworking one, my woodworking channel in the short format more often because it does bring different people in. You see. Just aware of something I've noticed. Hello, Che. Yeah, he's a very unprincipled person. I can't disagree with you, Che. Is it Che or Shay? Bumfuzzle. What? To confuse or fluster. Bumfuzzle. Is that what that means? Is that a new word? To bumfuzzle somebody. So bumfluff. A bit odd. Who's Zebediah Thomas? Is a favourite from the rest of the politics comment section. Nick Archer. Turkababa. Hello, Turkababa. Hello, you all. Hope you all have a nice day, you two. Scrolling up. It's because it's on YouTube Shorts and people like shout outs already. I'm scrolling down, I'm just in the Shorts feed. And who's Zebediah? Thomas says, good evening, fellow retro baits. Oh yeah, so lots of people watch shout outs, I see that. Can you shout me out? 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 Oh dear. I've seen a Trump speech today where he says that he will cut funding to schools, and the crowd was cheering. What the hell is going on with people? Spixie Cat, Trump slammed for unbelievably racist claim that black people like him because because of a mugshot and 91 indictments. Did he say something when the lights were out? You're going to see something like that. What was that? Oh, what was that he said? Something really bizarre. A really racist thing he said. I'll find it though. Was that one? That one?
We have every country. We have countries.
No, not that one. Definitely not that one. Oh, I haven't got. It's not there. Blimey, these people are sent to try us, aren't they? But I'll tell you what. The United States has got Donald Trump. And we in the UK has got Brexit. Ain't we lucky? I know we're going to have to deal with EU labelling. That is going to actually cause so much flippin' problems. It's just frightening. But what does that mean? Hello, Wally. Let me just give my dog a treat. A different one this time. Hello, Wally. There's Bear. Oh, crikey, that Pandora. She smells with her ears, that one does. Need a door. Okay, that'll do you. All right, Wally. Oh, one more for you. Crikey. I'll do a skinny one now. So, EU labelling. And what does it mean? Well, these post-Brexit food stickers. They've got, quite frankly, they've got to deter investment and exports. And it's going to affect, well, pretty much everything is going to have these not for EU stickers on. So obviously they've got to be set up, and the print runs all have to be changed. I mean, there's obviously a certain amount of goods already out there in the market. And so the Food and Drink Federation have said that it's not for EU labelling poses significant risk to exports, while polling has shown that Britain's would be put off buying goods with these labels on. I suppose it's just like, for me, you see, if I see Union Jack on a product, well, don't say that, not anymore, but used to, here in the EU, I might think, God's sake. I'm not, okay, I understand people are proud on, you get private, country and stuff. I get all that, but God, it gets a bit much, doesn't it? You just like having this flag thrown in your face all the time. I ain't got a clue what they're on about. I really don't know. Anyway, so so it poses significant risk to exports, while polling has shown that Britons will be put off buying food if they've got these stickers on. So businesses and trade groups have expressed quite a bit of concern, actually, that the not for EU labelling, which will soon be required on all meat and dairy products, will deter investment, and it's going to harm exports. It's also about the Windsor Framework, you see, that Rishi Sunak renegotiated, the red and green lanes and all that. Currently, certain foodstuffs sold in Northern Ireland require stickers, saying that they cannot be sold in the European Union due to close proximity to, obviously, the Republic of Ireland and what have you, which has happened to be in the EU, as you know. And this was brought in with the Windsor Framework. So goods sent from Great Britain to Northern Ireland wouldn't need to undergo full EU border checks. However, in October, these labels will be required on all meat and dairy products across the whole of the United Kingdom. And Food and Drink Federation said that this poses significant risk to exports, while polling has shown that Britons would, my head now, Britons would be put off by buying food with the not for EU stickers. Now, if you live in Northern Ireland, you've seen that not for EU written on meat and dairy products, and in supermarkets and the shops, whatever, obviously. And this is part of the Windsor Framework Agreement, and is designed to ensure that these products cannot be sold over the border in the EU. But it's going to find its way over there, obviously is, and then that could cause friction and problems regarding the let's check, see whether or not the Trade and Cooperation Agreement is working. Is it any good in 2025? So it's going to be an absolute nightmare. It really is. And the border between the North and the Republic is a soft border, which means people can just drive over. In fact, the border itself, it doesn't actually sort of like go around the buildings. It just goes straight through them. In some cases, people said that, well, the bathroom's in Northern Ireland, but my kitchen's in the Republic. However, since Brexit, there's been some sort of guarantee that food sent from Great Britain to Belfast, for instance, cannot then be moved into EU, which is why these not for EU labels are going to exist. And from October this year, all food and dairy products across the whole of the UK will be required to have these stickers. So it won't just be going to Northern Ireland, it'll be the whole of the United Kingdom. This is just nuts. We didn't need this before, did we? No. It's only since Brexit. It's madness. So the whole of the UK is going to have every single product, every single shop, no matter where it comes from, it's going to have a not for EU sticker. Even if it came from the EU, it can't say, oh, I'm going to the, I can do it to the EU. It's all about taxation there as well, isn't it? So some products have already, got these not for EU labels. And even though it's not mandatory yet, the government says this is essential to keep Northern Ireland as part of the UK's internal market, despite the additional post-Brexit red tape for businesses. This is just madness. Now, obviously, if Scotland leaves the union, what happens then? I know I've asked this question before, but I don't think I've had a clear answer yet. No, what happens then? Well, it's going to be the same situation if you want to join the European Union. So, the planned introduction of not for EU labelling is going to create new barriers to trading with our largest export markets in Europe, and it does pose significant risk to exports. And the government, well, it should be obviously work with industry and whatever, but you know what they're like. They're terrible, absolutely terrible. They don't work within their own departments, let alone industry. And this is going to impede export capabilities. It really is. And Food and Drinks Federation, I think it's FDF, is instead arguing for this only to apply to Northern Ireland, not to the whole of the United Kingdom, to try to reduce red tape. But you see, this is obviously as lax as the European Union wanted to be as regarding allowing foodstuffs to enter, to be part of the Northern Ireland, to get rid of the Northern Ireland programme and renegotiate that as it stands as the Windsor framework. This was a requirement. Didn't need any of this stuff before, did we? No. So the chief executive, Karen Betts, wrote to the government saying, if these labels are put into play, it's going to lead to higher prices amid the cost of living crisis and lower investment at a time when investment in our sector is already down. The farmers in the UK are really struggling, and I know we're going to say, "Oh, okay, they voted for Brexit." What have you? You could argue that not all farmers voted for Brexit. Obviously, didn't. I don't think there's any argument there either. But the majority did. And if you believe in democracy, and that was the argument with Brexit, wasn't it? Democracy, sovereignty. We won, you lost, get over it. All that squid. Well, I think we'll have to also accept that they voted for, the farmers voted for, as a whole. If you do believe in democracy. Okay, they didn't exactly get a poll, did they? There's a general poll of everybody. But, Now, while the poll... a poll by Observation for the best of Britain. So it's a campaign. I think it's a campaign group, and they found that almost 1 in 5 people have said that they are less likely to buy products that say not for the EU. I'd have thought somebody who was a bit of a Brexiter, what have you, and they saw a label and they're saying, not for the EU. They're like, spite the EU. Oh, sod them. They can't have any. But no. The likelihood is they're going to just see it as, oh, definitely do it. Don't want to do it to the EU, isn't it? Look at the nuance, do they? Now, at 28%, so understand where this meat and dairy actually comes from, suggesting a confusion amongst customers. See, a lot of it's going to be British meat, and it's still going to have to be labelled not for the EU. So the next government is going to have to try, going to commit to some kind of youth mobility visa scheme to tackle labour shortages and all that sort of stuff. Because we can't even get the people we need to be able to grow the food in the country. Now we've got to put all these labels on and send them so we can send them to Northern Ireland. Just like one little bit. That little tiny... Provence, Northern Ireland, the whole United Kingdom is going to have these labels put on, and it complicates matters and it prevents investment for the whole of the United Kingdom. This is madness. This is going to cost big time, and that's what happens, isn't it? That's what happens when you have a load of numpties in charge. People like Nigel Farage and what have you, pushing for their Brexit. I just want their Brexit. And they got their Brexit, But now we've all got to suffer, haven't we? And you're going to get situations like this. I'm going to get rid of all these Trump ones now. Let's get rid of the Trump ones. That's it. Trump one's going. Oh, crikey. What happened? All gone. Trump ones are all gone. But now we got... You're getting coffee now in the United Kingdom. Jars of coffee, Lurpak butter and what have you. They're in security boxes because it costs them so flipping much now. Small jar, relatively small jar of what's it? 200 gram jars are they? Look, yeah, £11.50, £10.50 for a jar of coffee, for Nescafe. You know, that's not real coffee, by the way. You know, it's just like granulated stuff. £10 for a flipping jar of coffee. That's nuts. And as such, people are nicking it. Just like baby milk and Lurpak butter. All been put in these security boxes. It's nuts. You know, it's just really, really messed up. All to satisfy these kind of people. And the Reform Party. Yeah. They got the young wing there, the little geese, little tiny geezer there. I'm just showing a picture, by the way, of the Reform UK Party. And I think they're all asleep, actually. I think some of them are asleep, yeah. So... I am a woman, and I've got balls, she said. Blimey, till I do it. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Came anti-EU when I was living and working in Africa. And one thing I learned over there is the EU is a corporate cartel which works for big business, big banking, for Pfizer, for Unilever, for Goldman Sachs. It robs them of their vital resources. It creates no downflow of employment for the poorest people in the world because they're not allowed to create finished products. For me, it's about, yes, our great future as a nation, but us also leading the way once again democratically in making the world a better place. And every time I bring this up, people say, well, why are the Brits going to be any different? Why? Because we're British. Every time I travel across Africa, the Anglophone nations in Africa like us, respect us, and they love Brexit. I want to introduce...
Yeah, that was too loud, that was. Yeah, I just remember to turn the volume back up again. So, I'll stop that because that's way too loud. And, alright, here we go. Now, unfortunately for the farmers, they're suffering, obviously, we know this. And it's, yeah, end of the day, I suppose some people can say they voted for it. But
would say that, unfortunately, I think in the long term, Wales might have shot itself in the foot on an economic basis.
Despite receiving more money from the EU than it contributes, over half of the Welsh electorate voted for Britain to leave the EU. Puzzling many analysts, the Leave vote was the strongest in deprived post-industrial areas that have arguably benefited the most from EU support.
Often these schemes were seen to be managed by elites and ultimately not delivering for the communities that were supposed to benefit. And so people actually used the opportunity of the referendum to say, whoa, stop the car, I want to get out.
Welsh
the way
Tories,
this
go
car's been
away!
driven, we're going to hit a brick
The modern
wall.
highway connecting Bringmauer with other former coal mining towns was partly funded by the European Union, replacing a 3-lane road known for its many deadly accidents. In Abervale, where 62% voted out, EU funds have been used to improve railway lines, open museums, hospitals, schools and adult training centres.
My dad worked at Steelworks. He used to come home and tell us, like when we were kids, that he would have to use a push bike to go from one end of the factory to the other end of the factory. Sadly, it's gone now, but with the EU funding, we've got the leisure centre now, we've got the college, we've got the school, I mean, we've got the hospital. There was going to be more development here, but we don't know what's going to happen now.
Navel-gazing or empty promises. Countries are built by those who roll up their sleeves, knuckle down and get on with the job. Working together with our excellent new Prime Minister, Theresa May, we will make Brexit a success. And conference, mark my words, we will make Brexit a success. We will forge a bold, new, positive role for ourselves in the world and secure the right deal for our country and for our time it is to be a Conservative. Well, if I was as muted as that in First Minister's questions, I wouldn't be heard. What a great time it is to be a Conservative.
I would have to agree. It is a great time to be a Conservative because you're all going to be voted out. Well, there might be 80 of you left, but you know how it is.
Just think what we've achieved since the last time we all met in Manchester 2 years ago.
To leave. Did you expect to be here? Did you expect this would be the impact on your business?
Absolutely not. No. I made the decision because we're always being dictated to by Brussels, by Europe. You can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. We're all just getting absolutely sick of it. It would be catastrophic for us. There's absolutely no two ways about it. It's, you know, where it goes to for us. To be quite honest, I haven't really even thought about it.
I think everybody's just had enough, you know. They want their identity back as a country, you know, rather than be run by people from outside the country.
Well, one Brexit advantage is that at least we can say we're run by people who are within our own country and they're making a right pig's ear of everything.
Well, there you go. Liz Webster was right there. They're making a pig's ear of it, quite frankly. But that's Brexit for you. That's always going to be the case. And I even made a sign. Okay? I told you so. How many times have I done that now? I told you so. Along with anyone who had half a brain cell, that's what I got, half a brain cell, knows it was going to be shit. And it was always going to be shit. That's just Brexit all over. It's just what happens, you know. What do you employ monkeys and you get peanuts or something like that anyway. Oh no, pay peanuts and you get monkeys. That's it. I haven't unmuted. Yeah, okay, I've unmuted myself. Phew. God, the things you got to think of. Crikey, multitasking and all that. It's hard, you know. It's hard. Right, there we come. Hello, Mello. Keep your kids away from Donald Trump and Nigel Farage. He doesn't mind if Trump abused your daughters. I know. Lovely, eh? No, I don't think his kids actually speak to him anymore, did he? I think they're all done a runner. His wife left him. He blames Brexit for that, actually. You probably think there's a benefit of Brexit. My breakfast was a success today. Yes, Davey said breakfast instead of Brexit. Every time I see that man speak, although not this time, every time I see him, normally it looks like it's going to explode. His face is bright red. Too much whiskey, probably. Or what would be the tipple in Wales? I don't know. What do you call a Welshman with a sheep under each arm? A pimp. Sorry. Oh, nice to see new names now. That Marcus runs the stream in a shorts format. Hey, cheers, P-Dars. Thank you. Hopefully, I'll bring more people onto the other stream as well. So those in the short feed, we're also streaming as well. We're streaming in both platforms at the moment. We're doing it in the horizontal platform, but that also gives you the benefit of being able to put the windows up and stuff like that, so you can actually see them on the screen. So, but yeah, if you actually subscribe to the channel, you'll get notifications of them whenever we go live. But we do go live every Sunday, 8:30 p.m. But also other times as well. Whenever I feel mad enough to go live, or I feel like going live, oh no, I'll go live, or something's happened, you know. Oh, let's talk about that. But otherwise, it's every Sunday at 8:30 p.m. And if you've got a sports channel, you can do super chats, what have you. But there's also memberships and Patreon and whatever, you know. Keeps the channel going, you know. Love and respect from Toronto, Canada, and to you, my friend. Chugging Bordeaux from the bottle is sacrilege. Depends on the Bordeaux. The thing about Bordeaux is, so you need a good one. Bordeaux's not one of them wines you can get a cheap one. Because, yeah, it's not great. When I say a good one, you've got to pay at least €4. In the UK, you probably have to spend, I don't know, 12 quid at least for a good Bordeaux. It's you, is it who? Who's chugging his Bordeaux straight from the bottle? Oh dear. I don't do pretentious posh. Do you know what? I actually don't. I think I don't know what it is. It tastes different from a glass. Even if it's just a tumbler, I don't know what it is. As long as it's a glass, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the oxygen you take with it. Swinging from the bottle, you're not going to get much oxygen with it, are you? It's like sucking for a straw, probably. You alcoholic, you. Hello, Carp, hope you're well. The DUP went back into government and Northern Ireland due to civil services strikes, not because of the Windsor Framework. Well, they knew about the Windsor Framework anyway for ages, for a long time, haven't they? So, there's only so long you can drag your heels on that. They've done it for long enough. Is it 2 years or longer now? Stormont hadn't been sitting. Hello, David. Girago, hope you're well. The label says two piglets are snuffing in the mud, chasing after worms. Oh, okay. That sounds nice. There we go. Right, there you go. Right. We're not doing war type stuff, Palestine or anything like that on this channel, just so you know. So I might end up putting them into the no words. I don't know enough about it, and I don't want to. I'll be absolutely honest about it. It's just so flipping horrible. I can't get my head around that. I have enough to deal with in my head. I can't be dealing with that as well. So if you want to talk about that sort of stuff, I'm sure there's plenty of other channels you can do that. Sorry. Not because I don't think there's a cause, because obviously there is. Okay, let me go over here, and okay, I suppose we need to crikey. We're surrounded by so many lies, aren't we? It's just lies, misdirection, trying to cover their asses and all that. And then there was Esther McVeigh. I think this was last week. This was Esther McVeigh. She was I'll just play it. There we go.
But people have got to now get behind Rishi Sunak, who actually inherited a difficult set of circumstances, and say, yes, he has turned the economy round. That is turning round now. When you talk about inflation,
just gone into recession. No, the UK's just gone into a recession.
Yeah, okay. Those figures were from the end of last year, and you're right, it was a technical recession, and it's a shallow recession, but people have got to now get behind Rishi Sunak, who actually inherited a difficult set of circumstances, and say, yes, he has turned the economy round. That is turning round now. When you talk about inflation...
just gone into recession? No, the UK's just gone into a recession.
Yeah, okay. Those figures were from the end of last year, and you're right, it was a technical recession, and it's a shallow recession, but people have...
Conservatives, first of all, are a constitutionalist. They support the Constitution and they support the rule of law. We are being asked to vote that Rwanda is a safe place when the British Supreme Court, under British law, passed by the British House of Parliament, have said it isn't a safe place. And the government has admitted that it isn't at the moment a safe place. Ministers have said it's going to be a safe place. And we're supposed to vote that it is a safe place, and what's more, that it always will be, because there's no time limit on this. So you could have a revolution in Rwanda and have a totally different government, and we'd still have voted that it's a safe place. You can't vote on truth. It either is or it isn't, and the courts are the place to make that decision.
Now, I don't know if I find myself at an advanced age being a bit of a conservative constitutionalist myself, but I have to say I found the arguments from yourself and many others in the House of Lords very compelling. But we all know what's going to happen. It's going to be sent back to the Commons. All your amendments, if they're there, will be ripped out and it'll be sent back, and ping and pong, and then eventually it will become law. What is your understanding of the expected end point of this? When is it going to be law, do you think, this bill?
Well, I shall fight it until the very end, because I think that it is one of the worst things that you can do to pretend that governments can decide the truth. The last time we did that was in the 16th century. We've never done it in between. King Canute tried to do it. His court said, you can tell the tides to go back because of your sovereignty. And this is what the government says: because we're sovereign, we can actually tell an untruth and make it a truth. I'm not prepared to do that.
What can you say to that, eh? That was Lord Debden. But you see, it's not surprising when we've got more, well, lies and corruption in government. And when you're talking about, oh, crikey, golden visas for rich people, rich Russians. So the latest governmental fiasco with the signature mix of exasperation and incredulity. So right, the Home Office is now under fire again and accused of sweeping a rather dirty little secret under the UK's already filthy rug. I say UK's, I say Westminster's filthy rug. So what is the whole scandal this time? Well, it's golden visas. No, not Willy Wonka's ticket. No, the British residency. Now we're talking about UK's Tier 1 visa scheme. That's kind of like a sort of a glitzy pay-to-play setup, which allowing the world's elite, in this case, Russians, in the cozy, who are actually in the cozy circle of Putin's pals, might have you, now slapped with sanctions, and yet they're allowed to get sick of these visas. And this is all over Ukraine, obviously Ukraine, about the war in Ukraine. And basically, by buying their way into Britain. Because, of course, nothing says welcome to Britain than a hefty bank transfer. And there are other people involved in all this as well, backhanders and God as well. So this golden handshake, quite frankly, was quietly dropped in February 2022, post-Ukraine invasion. Too little, too late. Now, it gets better. The government has launched a review into the investor visa, like back in 2018. And rather coincidentally, with the Salisbury, it sort of coordinates with the Salisbury poisoning. So, a lovely bit of light reading of that, I suppose. Seriously, they're now refusing to publish, and I wonder why. Now, Bill Browder, a man who knows a thing or two about Putin's disdain for human rights, is calling foul and demanding the report's release. Because let's face it, no one who's bought their way into the country isn't just a juicy gossip. It's a matter of national bloom and security, and it's like buying your way into the Lord, such as Lebedev. Now, Lena Moron of the Liberal Democrats is on the warpath, and she's too demanding democracy. And, democracy? No, transparency. I'll get the worms out in a minute. But the government, they're given a summary. And it's like reading a blurb on the back of a book and pretending that you've read the whole thing. The review suggests a minority, a quaint term, of investors might just be linked to corruption, etc. Well, obviously, so organised crime, sex trafficking, etc., etc. Now, let's not forget about the historical context there. Golden visas were the Conservative government's red carpet for the super rich. A veritable fire sale on British citizenship. And, you know, Starmer's saying that he's going to get rid of all this and it's going to fund pretty much everything, according to him. Yeah, and invest a few million quid. And welcome to the UK. No questions asked about where that money came from. And Russia. They practically had the fast pass. Now, with the lion's share of these visas to Russian individuals, hand out like candy, and the intelligence community, Charlie calls the blind faith period. Now, Margaret Hodges hits nail on the head and calling it a shocking loophole for dirty money. Oh, sounds like Rishi Sunak. But the Home Office, well, they're staying numb. They're not saying anything. What's it saying? Is it staying numb or staying mum? Oh, mum's the word, isn't it? That's it, yeah, staying mum. Citing operational sensitivities. I mean, who needs that accountability when you've got operational sensitivities to hide behind? Well, end of the day, there's a load of very rich individuals just buying their way into the UK and ending up not just with visas but also with citizenship in the country. And then those people can actually then vote in any poll. But also actually vote for, if you're a Tory, have you become a Tory member then? You see, you could vote in the next Prime Minister. Maybe it will be Lebedev. Maybe. Or could even be... oh, should I do it? Oh, go on then.
In December, I'll be in Beijing, opening up new pork markets.
It could.
Pork markets.
Maybe. Well, it gets from bad to worse, doesn't it? It really does. And these people are just... they're taking the mick, aren't they? They really are. The government I'm talking about, obviously. All right, back up again. What have I missed? What have I missed? 11, that's good. Lebedev, yeah. The London grad, new name for London. Well, they're buying up all the property, all the Russians, aren't they? You know, that's supposed to be sanctioned. Sanctions aren't working anyway. We're buying Russian oil already via India, places like that. Russia's managed to get all the bits and pieces they need for their military components from Britain, because we're sending them to other places. And then they didn't just go into Russia. Proxies, I suppose. All right. What was that, Miss Piggy? What, Miss Piggy? Maybe 1.5 million. God. There you go. You mean to say the UK folks did not know some of their residents were in a non-entry in Portugal, for example, because they were Russian refugees to the UK? Blimey. Here we go. Try to repeat it often enough, but also it was Peter Meyer say, Peter Meyer. We can tell the untruth and make it a truth. Well, that's pretty much what Lord Denman was saying, wasn't it? Good night, Axe Mad. Take care, my friend. Be good. Scottish independence. Casper Northern, don't worry, the DUP will claim that as a victory. Okay, they certainly try to repeat it often enough until people believe it. That's the thing, that you say it enough times, it becomes true. It's like people saying that if Donald Trump says something, no matter what it is, I believe whatever he says. Some people even drank bleach as a result of what he said. Telling people, drink bleach to get rid of COVID. Or shine a light up your butt. A very bright light. A UV one, though. Remember, it's got to be UV. You know. You mean... So, there we come. Yes, they're solving it all right, becoming the new landowners and then reinvesting that money into whatever they can using UK proxies. They don't even need to use UK proxies. I suppose the Russians do, because they shouldn't be allowed to invest, but are they? It's been stopped. But if you've got asset holding companies, well then pretty much any foreign company, you don't necessarily know who's actually owned by, you can jump ownership from one company to the next, can't you? Or country to the next. Asset holding companies. You don't have to be a British citizen to start up a British company. My friend in London, who lives in a posh area, told me there are so many Russians who own flats around here. They send this kids to university there, and even if they can't speak English, they get in somehow. It's money, isn't it? It's all about money. A bribe. Big scandal here in the Algarve. They were using that money to buy property as if an English was buying it until the money was traced and then they were kicked out. So you're saying, Joe, that in Portugal they actually deal with it. So if there's any corruption like that, they actually deal with it. Well, I would hope so. It's kind of what we're supposed to be doing in the UK. There's problems here in France as well, obviously. The rise of the right, for instance, is, a bit severe. It's just like it is in the UK. There's problems everywhere, But I'll tell you what we haven't got here in France. We haven't got Brexit. We haven't got Brexit causing us problems, regarding trade and what have you. I'll move it over there. It sounds like I'm having a wee. Funny how those pesky EU countermeasures watching over how money works. Yeah, terrible, isn't it? Like for instance, part of the reason why we got Brexit was because Tories wanted to protect their money. They didn't want to come clean, did they? No. I wonder what will happen to the investors when Euroclear regs come in. Oh my God, isn't that 2025 Euroclearing? Hasn't it been set into law now in the EU? They set a date in European Parliament, didn't they? I think that's right. So it's going to happen. I don't know if there'll be a sunset clause. Because you think all those EU laws, right, that were rolled over into British law, and still people are saying in the chat on my videos, oh, those pesky EU laws are not EU laws anymore. They're British laws now. The EU has no say over those laws. People are just crazy. And my last video I did, oh crikey, about the driving licenses and stuff. There's a lot of people obviously don't understand really what it means, but oh crikey, you get the Brexiters, don't you? Oh well, the tit for tat then. We'll fine them all. We'll charge them to use our roads then. As in the French. Oh, it's the French. It does make me tick, that does. Disaster capitalism at its finest, yes. Aha, Joe Merrill says the money is traced to invest in Portugal, and there has to be guarantees it is not a way to whitewash money, and we do it with retracing the money and the people use it. I'm pretty certain that's what happens here. A friend of ours bought a boat. Was it a bit like Lefty Boat? No, they had the canal boat. He sold in the UK, but when he transferred the money over from the UK to here, he had to jump through hoops to get it. It went like in the escrow, like they held the money. You couldn't access it because of a large sum of money all at once, and you had to prove that where the money came from and stuff like that before we could actually access the money. So, me thinking that sounded like Mark's just poured a drink. Mark's is drinking. Me hearing Mark's, it sounds like weeing. It does, because I was pouring a cup of tea. All right. 2025, all Euro clearing. Oh, by October 2025. All Euro clearing must be removed from the UK. So that's, if I remember right, it's going to be sort of shared amongst the major banks within the European Union, which means those banks will get much stronger. And if I remember right, I think in the Netherlands regarding share dealing, what have you, they've already overtaken, haven't they? Their share dealing in the Netherlands. Yeah, I'm pretty certain of that. Yeah. Oh, damn. Official cryptocurrency could permit all transactions to be traced via suitable authorities. Well, yeah, I suppose you're right. I hate all that. I like physical things. I like real stuff. You know, it'd be so easy to cause disruption with things like crypto and what have you. That's the way I see it anyway, yeah. EMP! What about all the computers? And the other thing is, let's say for instance, we did end up in a war of some description. They're going to tighten up access to the internet and all that sort of stuff, aren't they? And GPS and God knows what else. Doesn't mean you might find it difficult to access your money. My partner said we should print out stickers which says "not fit for EU" and stick them on the English lads who come here drinking holidays. Well, many of the Spanish authorities now are doing whatever they can to make it very difficult or expensive for British citizens and obviously other third countries to visit Spain. Got to jump through hoops now. Yeah, you got to get this invitation of habitat, where you could be staying. Is it invitation? Oh, that's in Spanish, and it's it doesn't cost a lot, but apparently it takes up to 60 days to get it, and it's down to the person you're staying with to actually get the form, and it sounds like an absolute nightmare. It really does. But that's Brexit for you. So Spain is imposing those sort of rules, whereas France, but it's an EU, or it's an EU thing, European Union thing, where you got to have this invitation. So when you're visiting friends and family in the EU, you've got to prove where you're staying, basically, and also you've got to prove how much money you've got enough money to spend. Can you survive here for the period and beyond? Vis-a-vis money clearing, the minister for the 19th century won't be affected. Are you talking about Jacob Rees-Mogg by any chance? He shipped most of the money to Dublin a few years ago. His newfound uplifting. Yeah, I know. Somerset Capital, I think it's registered there, isn't it? Talk about Jacob Rees-Mogg, Doffcat Borlock, and all that. Oh, crikey. So Brexit is not done yet, though. And it's going to keep on hitting harder and harder and harder. And I was reading something in the Financial Times, and they're pretty much saying that Brexit is going to deepen the recession, or at least make it much more expensive to actually maintain the gross domestic product, which means it's less profits, means less investment. When there's less profits, you get less less investment in the UK by people in the UK. Obviously, direct foreign investment is going to be down as well, isn't it? It stands to reason. It's just, I've got no doubt. I've got no doubt on that. So it is completely that mess, as we all know. But look at what we've got in charge. Look at the Prime Minister. He's benefiting from it all. He's earning shitloads of money for his missus and what. They're a married couple. He benefits from it. So it's one of the things, isn't it? We've all got to suck it up and actually just accept it now. It's just what's happening now, isn't it? It's just, but they're all at it. They're all dirty, lying scoundrels. And here's one for you. Oh crikey, here he is, Jacob Rees-Mogg. So there's a bill supposed to be going through regarding the no fault evictions, and almost a third of all Tory MPs are trying to weaken the tenant protection bill, and all their landlords. So at least a third of the Tory MPs are landlords who are trying to scupper the bill. So almost a third of the MPs attempting to water down or delay new laws to better protect England's 11 million private renters are landlords, analysis has revealed. The likes of Jacob Rees-Mogg. MPs including Bob Blackman, Nick Fletcher, Marco Longhi and Geoffrey Clinton Brown are pressing for changes to the long-awaited Renters Reform Bill, which will ban no-fault evictions, and they want to make it easier for landlords to throw out tenants for antisocial behaviour instead. And the MPs are among 47 Conservative backbenchers who have signed the amendments that housing campaigners fear will gut legislation crucial to improving the rights for the 1 in 5 households in England who rent privately. We need more social housing, basically. There are also fears that the reforms will not happen before the general election. According to an analysis of the Register of Members' Financial Interests by Renters, Reform Coalition, a campaign group, 14 of the MPs backing the changes to the bill are landlords renting out combined 52 homes. The MPs also want to force Michael Gove, Secretary of State, for levelling up. Okay, more like levelling down. What's up to HS2? MPs want to force Michael Gove, the Secretary of State, for levelling up housing and communities to review the operation of county courts before banning no-fault evictions, alongside other landlord MPs, including Jacob Rees-Mogg and Desmond Swayne. And they want the current fixed-term tenancy system to continue in certain circumstances instead of allowing tenants more flexibility to end tenancies where they need to. So it's about right in that. Ooh, what did Brian say? In a few years, that will be the flag. No. Oh, great, you talk about Scottish independence. Gonna be interesting when the English gammons try and putting their St George's Cross flags over the balconies, poolside beaches on holiday now. It's like hang on. Yeah, I tell you what, with all this going on, I would want to disguise the fact I'm English. You know, I don't want to tell everyone, am I? I'm not going to get out my Union Jack Mankini. No, you stick out like a sore thumb more ways than one. Well, because you could be targeted, aren't you? So talking about doing apparently in Spain they're going to be doing on-the-spot checks to make sure you got this paperwork. It's nuts. So they started the reservation placards where the Russians would come, and even empty cafes and restaurants were fully booked and reserved. My God. Hello, David. Hope you well. David. In a few years, that'll be the flag. Yeah, Scottish independence. Hi, everyone. Oh, no, Trump. He met the ultra-light bastard from Vox, Santiago Abascal. And how was that possible? Santiago Abascal doesn't speak any word of English. Trump probably said bigly. Or something about it.
And tremendously wet.
Yeah, something like that. The third of Tories are landlords, and they did the same for Fit for Human Habitation Bill as well. They don't want anything that's going to cost them more money, do they? The Tories serving the people if you went to Eton or Harrow. That's pretty much it, and that's the score, isn't it, eh? Wait. Okay, am I missing anything down here? Alright, so... Night, take care. Alistair, care. Sleep tight, my friend, be good. Alright, okay. Why are immigrants not allowed to work? Some cannot work for 20 years. I don't know about the 20 years bit, but unless they get a work permit, they can't work, or unless they get a visa with a work permit attached, they're not allowed to work, are they? So meanwhile, they're just they're in limbo. Where am I from? I'm from Norfolk, but I'm currently broadcasting from, or streaming, from France. In 2008 is when everyone went nuts. Absolutely crazy. It all came from the world banking crash. Yep. Every time you name it since. Oh, okay, it's a culprit. Well, the Tories like to use it as a culprit. They're still going back to, what they were left with. Oh my God, what happened there? It just went off live on my phone. That was strange. It's right now there. The donors are mates, although they're donors and mates. Although the hotels are so run down that no tourist would even pay the going rate, a 1-star rate. When I was working in the UK, I was working on a guy gives you basically rental properties, social security housing. You also had some flats and that as well, and some block of flats and that as well. And some of these properties were horrendous, partly because the people you let them to, a lot of social security housing, and it was these people that had troubles, they went off the ticket, to be honest. Oh, crikey, yeah, it takes all sorts. But I had to go in there and try and sort the property out, ready for the next tenant. It was just shockingly bad. I mean, horrendous. It doesn't give you a lot of doesn't inspire you to do a good job of the property for the next tenant, because there's a good chance you're going to have somebody else very similar. Some of these people were crikey. I had one. He had an Alsatian dog, and he kept it in the bathroom, and the dog basically ate its way through the door, and there was shit everywhere. I mean, that's horrendous. And when he buggered off, he broke all the radiators and ripped them off the wall, so it was literally leaking black. There's all black water everywhere. So everything was just wrecked. So it's strange people how they do things like that. So, Marcus says Santiago Abascal is the type of ultra-right leader who says he respects LGBT people, and in the political campaign says he will delete the gay pride party in Madrid. Oh, yeah. He sounds like a right old twat then, doesn't he? You're right. Hello, Regan Nobel. Yeah, number 3. Don't forget, number 3's got his own channel as well. And Regan's, thank you very much for your message you sent me. I have to admit, that was very, very sweet of you. Very kind. Yeah. So, Regan managed to get some pennies in, which is good. I thought you said tonight's stream would be an hour. I did say that, didn't I? Actually, do you know what? That's what we're going to do. Well, not quite. It's a Marcus hour now. I was... Crikey, how did that happen? Maybe because I didn't feel I was on form today. I'm a bit off the weather. I think it's got streaming early. I might be burning myself out a bit. Blimey. Okay. Let's double check. Who I miss? Let's double check the chat down here. The Scottish braveheart William Wallace is hating England, and Boris Johnson and the Queen want Trump away from the UK. The Queen? She pegged it. She's a goner. Somebody shared stuff on Twitter earlier that was trying to make out that the King was dead. I thought, okay, that was a bit tasteless. The immigration hotels, oh my God. Yeah, they're not an ideal situation, are they? Because you come into this, the summer, where are people going to stay? They've got holidays and stuff. We have plenty of social housing. They're just being occupied. Oh, I'm not going to that. Oh, Christ. Anne Widdecombe is on GB News. Oh, my God, no. I just want a Brexit. Or isn't that the Brexit is a failure? It's how we've implemented Brexit is a failure. Anyway, I'm going to say goodnight all. So, I'm losing my voice here. You want to support the channel, there's a super chat down below and that as well. It's very much appreciated. So, I am going to make a move. And cheers again, Regan. Oh, yeah, tomorrow night you're going to be live streaming, which is Monday night. So you did Monday night. So yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm going to make a note of that. And if I'm in front of the computer, it will remind me. Because my memory is... I've got so much stuff rattling around in my head. It's hard to get yourself organised. Another hospital appointment this week. Or two actually. I've got to see the consultant on Wednesday regarding my heart and my high blood pressure. And I've got to do a stress test on Wednesday. Yeah. So Regan, I'll put that on here. But I'll put it on my phone, don't I? Put it in the. You do every Saturday, Monday, don't you? Sometimes I don't know what day of the week it is, to be honest. You know when you try and burn the candle at both ends, you try to do absolutely everything, and it's like crikey. You know, I've got several channels on the go at once at the moment, and I'm trying to build up my my blog on my website for the woodworking channel. Try to do that as well. So I really am. But it says I am getting really tired. You're all right. I'm losing my voice. I lose my voice and start waffling, and I don't get my worms out properly. Yeah. Look at our wallies. I know all those wallies everywhere. Members. Excellent, thank you. Oh dear. So, anyway, thanks, that Gingers. A little reminder. Well, it's just St. Agnes Pascal. Yeah, it's good. Done that. All right. Good night, everybody, and have a lovely week. I could say weekend, but that's pretty much gone in that. Well, for me, in half an hour. For you, it's all. No, for you, 2 hours. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say toodaloo. I'm doing the short one first, all right? No, all you in the short. And check us out on our live streams on the main channel. If you beat the old like button and maybe subscribe to the channel and the little bell icon, you'll then get notifications when we go live. But also, if you want, we've got the sport channel. They've got the Patreon or buy us coffee, super chats and stuff like that, and that's all down below. We're also doing rewilding here in France. We're planting 1,000 trees on 2 hectares of land, and if you want to be part of that, there's a GoFundMe link down below, for which basically you buy a tree, and we'll plant a tree on your behalf, and I'll put a sign with the tree, and it could be a memory of a loved one or pet or what have you, and I'll make a video probably and put it onto the channel as well, so you get to see it. Okay, toodaloo to you in the shorts. Toodaloo. Right, I'm still there. Oh god, it's hard, I tell you. It's hard doing both at the same time. It's tiring. Just trying to remember how many people there. There was 91 people in the short feed. That was the peak concurrence. In my woodworking one early today, I think it was 117. So that was done quite well. And we are going to do a bake a cake on this woodworking channel. But I was told I've got to bake a cake. Caroline's going to show me how to bake a cake. Strange. But it'll be funny. That'll be in the household, obviously. I won't be doing that in the workshop. Don't bake cakes in the workshop. And that, no. Quite interested to do. So, yeah, no, everybody. Right, that's the shorts. All shorts, guys. The shorts, all shorts is done. That's done. So yeah, so I'm having to do it on air. You see. Alright, so it's been done on that one there. And that's going through the microphone here. Oh, God, I will get the hang of it. I'll get there. That's on there. Right. I'm hoping one day they'll do it all on one platform and make it a lot easier. Because then I'll be able to see the chats probably. It'd be quite nice if they combined the chat as well. It would make the dance make more sense, I think. Somewhere mods in both. I know, that's nuts, isn't it? So thanks to the moderators, I really appreciate that. The spanners, a bunch of spanners, you. Try brown soda bread. I think we're going to probably do a lemon drizzle cake or something like that. But the problem is it takes a while to cook. So we're probably going to have do it Blue Peter style. We'll have one we've already cooked, but we'll do 2. We'll have one we've already done. So we can say, here's one we prepared earlier. And maybe we'll be still alive long enough to bring the other one out in the oven once it's cooked. Hopefully. So we're going to have to give it some thought. But we are going to do that. Caroline's up for that. Mark's I stress you out. Just think my poor missus. Like Brian was saying. Oh, cracky. It's a saint. That woman is a saint. She is a saint. Actually, Caroline, she's a very, very sweet lass. She is. She's the kindest person. She really is the kindest person. There's no malice in that at all. And she knows how to get her own way. Emotional blackmail, usually. Yummy! Oh, yeah, lemon drizzle cake is gorgeous, yeah. So you could do a soda bread in a skillet. You could do that, yeah. I don't know if Carol's ever made a soda bread before. But she's very good at cakes. I mean, they look like really tall. Oh, you'd have to get people all like bun.
In December, I'll be in Beijing, opening up new pork markets.
That's one button. So that. Thanks, Liz. Yeah, so people all like button and help the channel. Because I need all the help I can get. And we've got 77 likes. That's pretty cool. So, what can I leave you with? Blimey. Well, oh, there we go. Get rid of that. Oh, crikey. Well, we've got no
colluded in those efforts.
No collusion. No collusion. There's been absolutely no collusion.
So help me God.
I want to talk to the Trump supporters for a minute. I don't know who you are, and I don't know why you like this guy.
Whatever he does, he accuses everyone else of doing. The man cannot tell the truth, but he combines it with being a narcissist. A narcissist at a level I don't think this country's ever seen.
And my concern is that he would grab up that power and really treat the country as sort of his little bully fiefdom.
Donald Trump is everything I taught my children not to do in kindergarten.
He's been exploiting working Americans for 40 years.
He's a race-baiting, xenophobic, religious bigot.
He says he's for the little guy, but he's actually built a lot of his businesses on the backs of the little guy.
You know, Donald Trump the other day said that, it, quote, if he tells a soldier to commit a war crime, the soldier will just go do it.
And I don't think Donald Trump has even read the Constitution, knows what's in the Constitution.
A toxic mix of demagoguery and mean-spiritedness and nonsense.
I just cannot support Donald Trump.
Donald Trump is a delusional narcissist and an orange-faced windbag.
Donald Trump is a con artist.
He doesn't know the difference between truth and lies. He lies practically every word that comes out of his mouth.
I think he's a kook. I think he's crazy. I think he's unfit for office.
Oh, Caroline, where art thou? Oh, there you are, digging up more trees. Oh, my Gideon, that threw me. Oh, it's Monsieur Petroli. Oh, yes, we're planting more trees. But today, we're planting trees around. Yes, we are. Around an arbour, okay? An arbour with the Archimedes screw. And with every tree we plant, we also plant a sign with your name on, or maybe in memory of a loved one, you know. Well, yes, that's what we've been doing today, as you can see. Drilling holes for the Archimedes. Oh, there he goes. Oh. Trees are good, you know. They're good for the birds, the bees, and you and me. What on earth is he doing? Is that some kind of strange ritual on how to measure the distance from the well? Oh, look, there's a Wally! Oh, I do love me Wally, I do. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Oh, saucy! Yes, we're drilling holes for trees, yeah. So the trees are not just there for you or me, they're there for all to be, including all the birds and the bees. They need trees too, you know. It's like their habitat, you know. Oh, hello, Wally. Oh, ain't he lovely? Oh, I do love me Wally, that I do. I am drilling a lot of holes for the trees, and I can't sing, you know, obviously. Oh, there she is. She's helped me. She is the dear missus. Her indoors is helping to plant the trees. Oh, saucy. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53 trees in our harbour. What do you think about 53 new trees in our harbour, darling? Everyone can see your derriere.
Yeah, 53 new trees. I think we need another 53 somewhere.
And then another 53. And then another 53. And eventually, we might meet our goal of 1,000 trees on 2 hectares of land. Yeah. And you can be a part of that, you know. And do you know what? There's something else we're doing as well. Not just harbours and planting trees on their own, like over there and stuff, and in the other field. We're also planting trees together, like a couple. Yeah. They're like love trees, aren't they, darling? Like us. Oh, we like love trees, darling. No? Is it convincing enough? No? Oh, okay. Well, anyway, like love trees. We'll plant 2 trees together and we will entwine them. We will entwine the trees, darling, won't we? So they become one tree. So I thought it'd be quite nice. In memory of a loved one, maybe your parents or what have you. Well, there's a GoFundMe link down below. If you want to be a part of the project, have your own tree, with your own sign to go with the tree. And yes, I've got a laser printer now, so I can be printing these signs as well as using the router or even pyrography, whatever comes to hand, I suppose.
While the sun goes down over the horizon, Monsieur Patrolling enjoys a glass of white wine. Or so he thought.
And so if you want to be a part of our rewilding project, there's a GoFundMe link down below for which you can have a tree planted on your behalf. Maybe, but just for you. Or maybe in memory of a loved one. Yeah, that we are. Toodaloo! Toodaloo!